Oh, dude. Are you a degenerate engineer like me, dude? You want to get you some analog gear in that studio, brother? Yeah, but you don't want the same old Neve 1073s or 1176s, dude? Well, guess what? SPL's got a new Vitalizer Mk3, and it just might be what you're looking for, brother. Yeah. Hold it. See more productions, dude? Anyone? Okay.
Hey, what's up, world? My name is Ashton Ray. I'm an up-and-coming audio engineer and music producer from Atlanta, Georgia. And today I'm talking about SPL's brand new Vitalizer Mk3-T. T stands for tubes, because we all like our tubes, dude. Probably edit that one out. Hey, but look, if you're anything like me, if you've clicked on this video, it means you've probably researched this and you're looking for information to see if you want to buy it, and you just want to hear what it sounds like. So I'll put a timestamp in here. You can jump right to the demo so you can A and B it and actually hear for yourself what it's doing. Because look, dude, when it comes to audio, we like to use all kind of words like warm and bright and all this stuff. Doesn't matter. Just listen to it for yourself. But if you are a degenerate like me, you'll stick around and listen to nonsense about weird audio stuff. I gotta confess, man, before we start this video, we already did this before, and then as we were gonna go edit, I realized that I did not have the audio on. So here we are again. I never said I was a smart engineer. I've always told everyone I'm just a naked monkey with the brain as smooth as a pool ball, dude. The Vitalizer Mk3 from SPL. If you don't know about SPL, think of them like the Ferraris of pro audio. They make very high quality stuff. This is nothing short of incredible. It has patent circuitry. They've updated from the second version, clearly, but we'll go through what parts were updated. And it's just an all around really unique sounding unit. Retails for about $1,000 right now, brand new. And I think it is worth every bit of that $1,000. Now, some of you are probably going, $1,000? That's crazy. Why would you spend that? If you do things professionally and you enjoy your craft, then things like this are worth it. When you're trying to achieve a certain sound, I think it says a lot about you as a professional to take that extra step and invest in yourself and your craft. If you've been doing this for a while like I have, you know what you're trying to achieve. And there's certain things that I think can help you do that. And this unit is one of them, which is why I'm making this video, which also leads me to say, I'm not sponsored by SPL. I really just want to put some cool information out and talk about a cool piece of hardware because, hey man, I think this stuff's pretty cool, right? So the Vitalizer, who is this for? This is for, I think, the guy with the hybrid home studio setup. Just because a lot of people are working, and even a lot of studios are working in a hybrid setup similar to what's behind me. My workflow consists of pretty much sending stems out and mix bus, master bus processing with the analog gear that I have, with the exception of preamps and compressors on the front end for tracking. But everything else is really for bus processing, man, and mastering. I'm always trying to achieve that professional studio sound, that console emulation, that separation, the clarity, the depth, and just that really high quality audio. And sometimes in order to achieve that, you have to have some of the components of that. You could definitely mix in the box. You don't have to have analog gear. But I do think there are specific units that cannot be replicated, and this is one of them, just based on how the audio or the signal passes through this thing's patent circuitry. It really has some weird sorcery going on in here. Okay, this is a stereo unit, so with that $1,000 you need to include a little budget for cabling. So you're going to need 4 cables because you have left and right inputs and outputs. You have XLR and TRS, which is a nice touch because not all units have those options. So I like that they added that. Front panel, they went all black. Love it. I wasn't a big fan of the cream, so hey, cool. You know, I like the SPL like anodized black like matte look, and I'm sure they're gonna come out with the red version to match the other stuff, which I just think looks super sick. would actually match my studio. But let's talk about what it's doing and what it sounds like. Now, again, you can skip to the demo and hear for yourself, and then come back and listen to what I'm saying to try and make sense of what's going on. Because sometimes you'll listen to something and be like, I don't really know, until someone points it out to you and you go, oh, okay, that makes sense, right? Okay, starting from the beginning. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 different sections here that all kind of work like congruently. There's like a collaboration between all of this, which is why it can get very complicated and why I think a lot of people turned away from the second version of the Vitalizer. I think a lot of people just didn't know how to use it properly or understood what it was doing, which is understandable. You could definitely overcook a signal with this unit and overprocess and end up just not liking what you're doing. So definitely ease into turning all these knobs, right? Which, by the way, great quality. They're detinted, so you can recall and just really dial in what it is you're doing. Because let's be real, we're engineers, dude. We like to freaking turn knobs. I don't know, it's a thing. That's why we like analog gear. But we'll talk more about this. So the drive, this is just your input signal, but also acts as like a wet and dry as you process the signal even more. You can push this, get this like oddly transparent saturation, if that makes sense. You have this little overload LED right here that is an indicator when the signal is 3 dB away from overloading the circuit, whatever that really means. I know today we like to clip a lot of stuff and just push things. I think it sounds kind of good once you're highlighting that overload LED. Now we move into the first section. This is the bass sound and the bass comp, right? So we're going to divide this section up. So the bass sound is working with two different options. We have soft and tight. Soft is like a warm, full sound for the low end. Examples would be if you have an 808 with too much transient, you kind of want to back off a little bit to make room for the kick. Definitely you can make it softer, kind of fills up the space a little bit better, sounds really good. And on the other hand, we have the tight side, which feels more of a dry signal as well as adding to the transient. That's what it feels like, very percussive, at least that's how I'm perceiving it. All right, then we have the bass compression, which is made simple stupid, which is nice for developing primates like me, who just want to just do one thing and not think too much about it, right? The attack, release, and threshold are already pre-programmed. So the only thing that you're really adjusting is as you increase this, you are adjusting the ratio. So increasing the ratio and lowering the threshold at the same time, functioning with a soft knee. And as SPL puts it, an unobtrusive adjustment, right? The cool thing about this is you're only affecting the bass signal. So even if I drive this to the max, the highs are still lively. You're not focusing on those. It's just the bass frequencies. All right, moving into the mid-high tune and the process. Now, this is where this gets complicated and a little bit tricky, and why I think a lot of people turned away from this unit, because this is where it's easy to do too much, okay? So the mid-high tune acts as a shelf EQ with the process attenuating that, but the process has multiple effects, right? Think of it like the English language, dude. How some words have more than one meaning, and it's very confusing. Same thing with this. This process section makes adjustments between these other three. So you gotta be a little careful and pay attention to what you're doing. But anyways, so I have frequencies between 1.1 hertz all the way up to 22 kilohertz. I'm sorry, 1.1 kilohertz to 22 kilohertz, and I'm just attenuating everything above that set frequency as I boost the process. However, I'm also adjusting the ratio between what I did to the bass and these mid to high frequencies. That way, they essentially collaborate a little bit better within the spectrum, okay? Because we're all on it. Probably have to cut that one out too. I'm telling you, dude, I'm not meant for this, all right? Anyways, so it's very easy to overdo this. So I would definitely just ease into this until you get something that you like and then back off a little bit. So this next section is the LC EQ and the intensity knob. Now, this is where I think the bread and butter of this unit lies and why I kind of got the unit, because it does a thing that nothing else does. I think this is where the patent of the circuitry is. How they accomplish this, I don't know. I'm going to do my best to explain it. It's kind of complicated, but try to follow me, okay? So there's bands between 2 kilohertz and 20 kilohertz, okay, within this EQ. As I increase this intensity knob, I'm going to boost that frequency range, okay? However, here's what the magic is. So LC stands for coil capacitor, which was like used back in the 60s and it's becoming popular again. So the fact that SPL has integrated that is really nice, because you have everyone boasting about transistors and tubes, right? It's like Delta Force and Navy SEALs, and then you got the coil capacitor who's like the old Vietnam vet who's like, well, back in my day, right? But it has its own harmonic behavior that I think sounds really nice within the mid-range, right? The magic is in the mids. The magic is right here in this unit. So here's where it gets complicated. As I increase this intensity, the demasking effect of this unit also increases within that frequency range. So for example, if I have a voice overlaid on top of a guitar track, there's clashing frequencies and they're trying to compete for that. So engineers will either carve out that part of the frequency range with the guitar to allow the vocal to pop out, maybe use sidechain, whatever technique you do to make that vocal pop and sit in a mix better. This does with just these 2 knobs. And they do it by way of a perceived time delay of the amplitude of that frequency range. Monkey gets smart now, okay? The more you increase the intensity, it feels like there's more, I guess, punctuation of the element in that range. More harmonic saturation from the coils. It just sounds really, really nice. It's just a nice thing to listen to. I don't know how else to explain it. But the fact that I can separate someone's voice to create a better interpretability of what somebody is saying within speech is just fascinating. And I think it's really unique, and I don't know anything else that does that and does it the way that this does it. Last, we have the stereo expander. Now, I love analog stereo expanders. I think there's a more natural stereo image that comes from it. There's a lot of great plugins, absolutely, right? You have all your visualizers, but to hear what this is doing with 12 AX7 tubes that are also in the mid-high tune section as well. The tubes just allow this like clarity between reverbs. You just get a really nice sound stage from it. It's not separating too much of the mono signal. Just the sides are very tamed, and it just sounds really, really good. You can push this all the way to the max and it doesn't sound too wide, which is nice. Like even with like a mono signal, the sides, like your reverbs, delays, whatever effects, even if you're doubling something or background vocals too, just sounds really good in the stereo expansion. A nice touch for mastering. But yeah, man, that's it. In conclusion, I would definitely use this for mix and master bus processing. Again, a very unique unit. If you can go grab one, do your best, because these are on back order. So good luck, brother. Hey man, like and subscribe, comment, do all the social media stuff so I can keep doing reviews like this. It's really fun, and I enjoy talking about this stuff. See you later.
Going in hard, coming up with that enough. Running out of options, shit out of luck. They be like, damn bro, why you ain't come up? I don't know, I guess I'm just a diamond in the rough. Pulling y'all's cards and I'm calling y'all's bluffs. Picking y'all girls when the boy pull up. With the part too loud, you need some earmuffs. Even with a rip, y'all can't really hang with us. Yeah, I don't fly, ain't worried about falling. I'll get a number, but I ain't worried about calling. I just want the money, I ain't worried about balling. Hey, 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 I know it's hard out here, just doing my part out here. I ain't get this far out here, just to get this far out here. Hey. with that enough. Running out of options, shit out of luck. They be like, damn, bro, why you ain't come up? I don't know, I guess I'm just a diamond in the rough. Pulling y'all's cards and I'm calling y'all's bluffs. Picking y'all girls when the boy pull up. With the part too loud, you need some earmuffs. Even with a rip, y'all can't really hang with us. Yeah, I don't fly, I ain't worried about falling. I'll get a number, but I ain't worried about calling. I just want the money, I ain't worried about balling. Hey, 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 I know it's hard out here. Just doing my part out here. I ain't get this far out here just to get this far out here. Hey. Going in hard, coming up with that enough. Running out of options, shit out of luck. They be like, damn, bro, why you ain't come up? I don't know, I guess I'm just a diamond in the rough. Pulling y'all's cards and I'm calling y'all's bluffs. Picking y'all girls when the boy pull up. With the part too loud, you need some earmuffs. Even with a rip, y'all can't really hang with us. Yeah, I don't fly, I ain't worried about falling. I'll get a number, but I ain't worried about calling. I just want the money, I ain't worried about balling. Hey, 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 I know it's hard out here. Just doing my part out here. I ain't get this far out here just to get this far out here. Hey. Going in hard, coming up with that enough. Running out of options, shit out of luck. They be like, damn, bro, why you ain't come up? I don't know, I guess I'm just a diamond in the rough. Pulling y'all's cards and I'm calling y'all's bluffs. Picking y'all girls when the boy pull up. With the part too loud, you need some earmuffs. Even with a rip, y'all can't really hang with us. Yeah, I don't fly, I ain't worried about falling. I'll get a number, but I ain't worried about calling. I just want the money, I ain't worried about balling. Hey, 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 I know it's hard out here. Just doing my part out here. I ain't get this far out here just to get this far out here. Hey. Going in hard, coming up with that enough. Running out of options, shit out of luck. They be like, damn, bro, why you ain't come up? I don't know, I guess I'm just a diamond in the rough. Pulling y'all's cards and I'm calling y'all's bluffs. Picking y'all girls when the boy pull up. With the part too loud, you need some earmuffs. Even with a rip, y'all can't really hang with us. Yeah, I don't fly, I ain't worried about falling. I'll get a number, but I ain't worried about calling. I just want the money, I ain't worried about balling. Hey, 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 I know it's hard out here. Just doing my part out here. I ain't get this far out here just to get this far